you know, when I was younger, when I was trying to, I still like to race now, even though, you know, I ran a half marathon in February. I was at the Donna's Marathon in Jacksonville, Florida. Marathon in breast cancer. Jones Benoit Sampson goes every year. My girlfriend's a breast cancer survivor. My mom was hit with some, and so I'm always thinking of these things, but it's a fun race too. And you go over this big bridge, and but I turned 65 in December. I said, maybe I can win my age group. That's how us runners think, right? Oh, see how I can do in my age group. No, I didn't win that one either. There's too many good runners today. There's too many, you know, and there's so many people fit today. It's totally unlike 40 years ago. I mean, you know what it means, Creed. It's just the numbers, the competitiveness to our sport is just amazing. And you'll see that tomorrow. There's so many people running so well. And I mean not just the front of the pack, the top Kenyans or runners from other countries or America, whatever. But I mean in the middle of the pack and at the back of the pack. People are moving quite well. It's stunning, you know. And but when I'm running the race, I'm going to run with Dick because he's a good friend. He has a little injury, and we have terrible. I have my excuses. Always have your excuses, okay? Because we're allowed to have them, right? As runners, because it's the only way to kind of keep going, I think, you know. But I do believe that even like after I ran that bad race, and I just got crushed in Montreal Olympic Games, and the most important race of your life or whatever. But c'est la vie. But I was very lucky that a month later, Fred LeBeau came to the Falmouth Road Race on Cape Cod where Frank Shorter and I were dueling. He had crushed in the Olympics, you know, so maybe I can beat him here, but he beat me in Falmouth too. But he came to Falmouth Road Race and he said, we're starting the New York City Marathon is going to change. We're going to make it into a 5-borough race. I said, oh, this is good. I can race Frank. Frank took the silver there. Really maybe the gold, you know. I can race Frank because we were fairly even usually, you know. And that gave me a chance. So I think every runner, if you have a bad race, you just say, well, you look at it and say, why did I do this wrong? I didn't pace myself right. I didn't drink right. Maybe I didn't eat very carefully or ate some food. My stomach got upset. There's a million things can happen. Sometimes it's our shoes. You know, I think I always say to runners, try to go to the specialty running stores, you know, and that sort of thing. But when I'm running the race, I'm looking at the runners ahead of me and around me, and sometimes talking to them. And looking, it's a very nuts and bolts sport. But each race, I remember almost every marathon I've done. You know, my failures and successes. I remember when Frank Shorter first came to the Boston Marathon in 1978, and he had never run it in his real prime because they wouldn't pay his airfare out. Boston was so strictly amateur, you know, no money, a little bit under the table. It started to seep into our sport from the track and field world and into the marathon world as road races like New York City started to gather strength. And Fred actually paid us to come to New York. It wasn't a lot of money, nothing compared to what the athletes get today. There's no prize money. But Fred wanted to see the sport. He loved the sport. He wanted to see it grow. And Frank was Frank. You know, he's still one of the great marathoners. So I don't know. I just want to run fairly steady. You know, run with a friend. If you run with a friend, you got to lead.